Check. There we go. Test, test, test. All right. Good morning, everybody. Kevin here. Just recap. This is our third day of our virtual pottery studio. And so we've been working toward getting the doors open and being present and learning how to tell the story and share process and engage and just be more present. And I felt like this would be an easy way to do it, or at least an optimal way. It has not been an easy journey, but we've pushed forward, and here we are. We've got the camera running, the audio. I'm pretty confident it works. And every day we tote our computer out here to test and kind of get this thing moving. And then as soon as we feel kind of a little more confident that things are moving smooth, then we're going to start investing in some more equipment so we can tell that story easily. So that's what we're doing this morning. I plan on just being here, working through the stream and trying to play around with some of these new overlays that we've created last night. And so yeah, look at this as a virtual studio. My goal is to turn on the camera and open up the doors as often as I can to get this to share. So life is about sharing, and so that's what we want to do. We also just ordered a 50-foot active cable, which will give us the ability to bring this camera anywhere in the studio, even all the way out to the kiln. And so right now we have a goal to get the kiln fired, to fire our large gas kiln. And it's been a couple of years, and it's a little terrifying to fire, but it's been a while, and we want to fire that. And I want to fire, if you can see this piece right behind us, this sculpture here. It's probably one of the largest sculptures I've made, both in height and in weight. So it has a lot of mass. It's very heavy, and nobody at this point really knows the direction of my art because I'm here new to sharing. But that thing is going to be hopefully melted in, and so we're gonna put that thing to the test and see if we can't give it a beautiful identity. Let it uncover its identity. Welcome in. Let me know if you questions. All right. This is the camera. Oh, so with the flow, I might be on the wrong scene. Short video overlay. Okay, all right. Well, you still have volume here. Yeah, that was a little scary. Okay, Osmo camera. This should short video overlay. All right, so if I do that, then I would have to turn off the camera, make the transition. So now I've transitioned to turning off the camera. If I turn on the camera, I then have to transition back. That's interesting in studio mode. So you can make the changes, but then you need to actually put the transition in. I don't think that would be the same if we I don't know, the Osmo camera, the Osmo audio. Check, 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 check. Okay. But yeah, this is an overlay that I had built last night, and I actually built it the other day, but I mistakenly put all of the files um, for the exported cups. I put those in my drive that's inside, and when I brought my computer out here, it disconnected the folder, and we lost all that. So that was yesterday, but last night we figured it out, and I just got them um, back in the folder. So this overlay here, short video overlay, I have it set up to be able to play the shorts that I upload to this channel. All right, I also did this one right here. So I also made this overlay, and it holds square images. So I went and pulled a bunch of square images of some past and current work just to run those through as a placeholder. As a perfectionist, I see this top edge right here and I go, or these edges here, and I go, I need to center that. But I don't want to do that. I'll do that right now. No. Let's move forward. Images, scene, talking head, URL overlay. All right, so the other thing I had thought about doing was opening up Premiere Pro and putting in wait a minute. What would happen? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just transition, and let me see. Let me first make sure there's nothing that is giveaway. See, this is all new to me being online. So then I'm also dealing with the safety element of how do you engage in a safe manner. Let's do this. What do y'all think? This is, can you see my cursor? Oh, nice, screen share. All right, so we just figured out how to screen share. Let's see if we can turn on a camera. All right. Transition. So this is the studio mode that I'm just discovering. Without it, this is what it was given me, and it was just that mandala tunnel, which is very mesmerizing. I think we could have a lot of fun with this if we can you see the lag? Can you tell if that rolls around at the same rate or if they, let's see. Oh, I can't move that fast. So I guess the question is there would have to be a lag, and that gives the illusion that that line is, oh, it is. Look at that. It warps. That is a beautiful thing. I wonder if you could like create a digital artwork that the user can co-create with, almost like a kaleidoscope. It's really like a kaleidoscope, but what if you could have a digital kaleidoscope where it gives you this mandala effect window, and then you can select different cursors. I think I can go get a different cursor. But anyways, this is actually a display capture, and so I think that if I were to switch displays, it would follow. And that I think could be dangerous because again, I don't know where I would end up going. All right. So we have, I created this talking head whiteboard transition. I created this what is that? The window scene, but right now it's working with the display capture. So I think what I'll do is I'll say display capture, and I'm going to rename this to OBS scene. since that was what we were trying to do yesterday, we could not figure it out. But with the studio mode, we can have that available. We have this the images scene where I'm plugging in the one by one images, and then I was thinking about making an additional one that allows for other formats. But we'll wait because I think a lot of my images I do square. Let me make sure the audio is on in all of these scenes. Check, check. Yeah. Images, and then the video overlay. And I believe the video overlay starts playing when it is transitioned in. Yeah. And we also can shuffle between the videos by boom. So anyways, I'm pretty excited about all of this. We've worked really hard to get here, and all we need now is just a little bit. Well, we needed that the new cable coming in. It's going to be in, I think, around I think by next week. So we have a 50-foot powered cable that will give us a little more. Will give us all the freedom we need for this camera, I think, to take it around the studio if it works, and that way we can start picking up on, you know, work anywhere something needs to be done. For instance, all of these cups here, they all need to be cleaned up and ground down, polished, and prepped for top drawer. And all of that setup is in the other room. So this will give us the ability. The computer needs to be here because it's closest to the Wi-Fi. All of this is running over Wi-Fi, and then I need the camera to be able to reach across the studio. So those are things we've been working on, and we appreciate anyone who comes by, stops by to check it out. We absolutely want to encourage questions and community and you know, support, love and support. We feel we have a really beautiful thing here, and it's more than just pottery. It's the message behind it. You know, I think it was very inspirational to meet Tom Pollard and over at Everest Mystery on YouTube, and oh, what was I going to say? I lost my thought. That's what happens when you get out of sync with your head. It'll come to me. Okay, the message. You know, we all do anything under the sun that we're drawn to. We even do things we don't want to do because maybe it provides the benefit to do the things that we want to do. So we are all, I think, searching for that, you know, for that fulfillment, and and so Tom over at Everest Mystery, you know, he has lived a life climbing mountains, which to me is absolutely incredible thing to accomplish, especially looking at Everest being the tallest mountain. But his channel isn't just about, you know, climbing the mountain and, learning how to physically put on the shoes to take one step in front of the other and to know the path. But it's the lessons of life and love, entertainment, joy, peace, community. Uh, all of those things are the reason why we're choosing to do something, and or choosing to not do something. And so it's the same here. There's potters everywhere. Everyone is using the materials around them to find out how to express themselves. Uh, Singers, painters, potters, dancers, uh, even occupations. People people embrace their occupation in no different way than an artist grabbing a piece of clay and trying to find a way to share that. So so yeah, that's why we're here. We want to tell the story, but we think there's a lot of great lessons in in sharing, you know, who you are, where you've been, what you've learned. Even the experience alone is valuable. So, all right, we are going to take a quick break. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm gonna kind of get into my head and think through what I would like to do next. I do have some people that are long been needing a reply. I don't know if they need a reply. I don't know if anybody is waiting. But there's a lot of people I need to reach out to, and now that we're taking these steps um, in this direction, I think it's going to open up a lot of value for working, sharing, creating community. Thank you all so much for being here. Anybody that has come in yet? And my okay, that's working fine. I do notice that um, they start from the beginning every time we turn it on, so that will be something to think through. Uh, I lost what I was saying. Uh, Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help. I'm going to try to wrap my head around a few things and move forward. Uh, I'm going to wrap my head around a few things to try to find that next step and go from there. See, I think that what I could have done was I could have gone, like we're live, and then what I could have done is hit start the recording. I could have gone through that monologue and then taken that and then uploaded it, or just do the live stream, let it be live, and whatever. I could just, it feels so mesmerizing. You see what kind of music is playing? I don't know if I can play. I will not play the music because I don't know what's behind those videos. And I know that I have some music that was from some other creators, so I don't know if I have permission. What to do? So I wonder if I should say that I will only know if someone is here through the chat. Uh, from from this screen, I don't have. I can't see who's here. So I wanted to create an overlay for top drawer and for the latest releases. Let's go ahead and create a Premiere overlay. I wonder what would happen. Hmm, if I doubled this? I would, I don't know if I'd feel cramped by, I move and double. Video. Double this. All right. Now, if we did that, then we could turn our shorts back on. See, again, I think it only plays. All right, I think I could fix this. Shorts loop, properties, loop shuffle, stop when not visible. Ah, there we go. All right, so now we've got a second whiteboard and the ability to loop these videos. So now if we were to go add our text, some existing text, let's do the welcome note. I don't know why I feel like the welcome note should be on, maybe like text should be on the left. That seems maybe like a strange thing. And now we're going to go with also text add text live stream. Okay. Mm. Make sure I'm spelling that right. So let's throw it on there. All right. Here is wadding material. I use wads to fire every piece. Let's see if I can make sure that. So every cup receives a stilt, and then I get maybe 1 to 2 firings per stilt. And so I was, throwing them away, and I had to, trying to reuse them as much as I could and all that. And then I realized, well, if I pulverized them, then maybe I could just reuse the material. So I went through and I collected them all and then separated them. This is these are some new ones. So these I make using EPK and alumina. There's some calcined alumina. So I make all these little stilts. And then after they're fired, if you're lucky, they might come out like this, and you can do some cleanup. But then a lot of them will have, glaze on them like this, and then even more, all the way up to the point where they're not even functional. Look how nasty that one looks. And so then I was like, well, what can I do with these? So I separated them based on how bad they were, and then I ran them through this professional ball mill that I borrowed from my brother. So I dumped them all in this bucket, added some water, and then I just let them tumble for a few days. And this here was the first batch. And so all of these are being pulverized down and reused. This is the second batch, so this actually has some glaze mixed in. And then this last batch had, those were the ones that were the worst and had a lot of glaze. So I'll have to test this out, but if I can, it'll be a great effort for reusing and repurposing. So we're going to let these dry. Matter of fact, I think I'll go put these in the sun. Set these outside in the sun. Uh-oh, what happened to that overlay? Maybe that one is bad export. I'm going to go ahead and bring this out in the sun also. So when I first mix it in, I'll pour it out. I'll put it through a sieve and get most of the stuff out, and then I'll pour it in these plaster bats, and it'll pull all the water out of it. But the sun will expedite. I'm also very excited to get some extra cameras to add into this setup. Um, but yeah, I was thinking that if we had at least two cameras, we could have one at the end of the studio for context, and then have another that we can move around. Next, I really need to get, well, really need to, I need to get on cleaning these up. And we need to get these glazes. Got all my glazes here pulled out because we need to start glazing. I keep all of my glazes in Ziploc bags, and that makes it very easy to mix because all these glazes will settle and hard pan, and you just gotta keep them agitated. And then I'll open it up, and then I'll do all brushwork. All of my glazes are done with brushwork. So. Let's try. Let's try that. Outside. All right, another thing that I'd like to add um, is my setup here that I use to photograph. I have that inside in the office, and I would love to bring it out here um, and get it set up out here. It wouldn't necessarily be beneficial until we get that extra camera in. Once we get that extra camera, then we'll be able to run maybe like a dual shot. funny that I have my computer set up here so that when I'm looking at my computer, it makes me look like I'm looking at the slides. Chuckles. All right. So I've got a big mess of tools right here next to me. Let you see what that looks like. That's my other doorway. That's the glaze studio. And then this is where I've been bringing all my tools in. And so what I'd love to do is clean that out, clean it out, organize it, and that kiln, I don't even know if it would get up to bisque temperature. So I think it's time to pull it apart. 3-second transitions. Blown out. All right, so all right, it is 12 o'clock. I think I'm gonna go for lunch, take a break, and should I set my mind on something when I return? Don't know. All right, I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I'll be back. Take care, y'all. Thanks for everyone who stopped in. And I wonder if I should organize the images based on type of work. So if someone wants like a bowl or a cup or a vase, or if they want to see them, then I can easily switch folders and pull those up. Things look a little washed out on my phone. I wonder if that's just my phone settings. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna grab some lunch. I'll be back. See y'all later.